Dragon Drop Podcast.
Welcome back to the Dragon Drop Podcast. It's been 2 weeks because, we had to pass out candy or do whatever you do on Halloween. This is episode 28.
I think it's 20. We're on 28.
29.
It's
baby.
29.
29. Let's go. That's crazy. Almost 29 hours after this baby, where you guys can listen to all of our thoughts and our prayers.
This is the news, after all. Where else are you gonna get it?
Yeah, you get it right here, dude. Right here. All right. So
Right now.
we don't want to talk about this very long because it sucks. But
What?
Donald Trump is the president-elect. He won fair and square, won the popular vote. That's what America wanted, and it makes sense. Like, Kamala only had like 4% of the vote in the Democratic primary in 2020. Like, the Democrats didn't even like her. So, like, why run her?
I think one of the biggest parts of the story is the Amish out of Pennsylvania. They rallied the Amish because they were trying to take their organic farms. Didn't I? I was talking about it last week.
Watch like an Onion video about that, and it was totally real.
They registered a crap ton of Amish out in Pennsylvania, the most important state to win in the election, and the Amish came, and just hacked it out the gate.
But he won like all the battleground states, including Michigan. But
yeah,
like, goddamn. So it's only 4 years. He's too old to keep going, probably. So, my question is, who do you guys want for the 2028 Democratic nominee? Because it'll probably be J.D. Vance for Republicans, right? So.
What about Don Jr.?
No, it's going to be J.D. Vance.
Could you imagine running Don Jr.?
Just coked out of his mind.
Barron.
My pick for Democrats 2028 is either going to be Pete Buttigieg or Jon Stewart. Okay,
Jon Stewart.
That's a nice take.
Those are my two picks. I don't want it to be Gavin Newsom. I hope it's not Gavin Newsom. It's California. There's too many reasons to not like California. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Kamala was Cali, though, right?
Yeah, horrible choice.
Shit. Didn't work out.
Trying to think.
I don't know.
Whitmer,
yeah, a lot of people like Whitmer. Big Gretch, dude.
She can feed you a chip.
Pantsuits.
The way she's looking in her pantsuits.
Yeah, I just hope they don't pick somebody that focuses on bathroom tampons again. Like,
who did that?
Yeah, what?
Tim Walz, man.
That's why they call him Tampon Tim?
Yes, dude.
That's real.
They passed something in Minnesota to put like tampons in the boys' bathrooms, and like that stupid like cultural issues like that always loses to like issues like the economy.
Well, I mean, Bill was talking about it last time. He's got some groin sweat. Tampon would have cured it.
There you go.
That's true.
Yeah, but what's crazy to me though is like the last like several quarters has been really positive for GDP growth in America, and Trump is going to immediately take credit for it. As soon as he's in, he already made America great again instantly because people aren't paying attention to the numbers right now. They're already good. Gas prices are already around $3.20, right?
We need a recession. And
it's coming. It's coming.
We need to cut government spending, which actually I saw something interesting from Elon today, who's supposed to be the Doge person, who's the Department of Government Expenditure and cutting spending.
Everybody.
But what he said was that they'd give them like a ridiculous severance, like a 2-year severance.
That's a lot of money. Where does that come from?
It'd be over time. So, but after 2 years, that doesn't exist as an expenditure anymore. So it'd be like a tiered, not just immediately, because you fire a bunch of government employees, it immediately spurs a recession. So you got to kind of ease into it. But we need a recession.
Historically, the Republicans always fire all the government employees, and then like the Democrats bring the government jobs back, and they count them in their numbers for job growth. So. Right, over and over again. It's going to happen again.
And that's where the GDP numbers are skewed, because a lot of it's from government contracts and government spending. Not the private sector is pretty flat, and so the private sector is really stagnated. But you can prop up GDP numbers by having government spend.
I tried to explain terrorism to my brother, and I genuinely think like people who are like disinterested with politics or right wing at all. He's not right wing. He just doesn't give a shit. But like people don't have the attention span to go beyond 15 seconds of explanation to like actually understand how tariffs work.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I thought
gonna
you
mess
said
up a lot of
tariffs.
shipping stuff and
Like I tried to explain, like, because
everything.
there was a good Reddit post where guys like, if I have a company that I buy 1,000 shirts from China, right, and I pay $10 per shirt, I sell the shirts for 20, right? Okay, what if now there's tariffs of like $5 on China, so China sells me the shirts for 15. I'm not going to sell the shirts for 20 still. I'm going to sell them for 25. So everyone's going to be paying 25 for shirts instead of 20. Like that's pretty simple. That tariffs always end up on the end consumer.
But
our our debt. They'll solve our debt eventually,
and
right?
I think the idea is that it closes the gap between making it worth producing stuff in China. So the idea is that it brings it onshores jobs. That gap of $5 of the tariff incentivizes people to create stuff here. And so even though consumers may have to spend more, there's more production in America, more jobs in America. I think that's kind of the
Yeah, that's the idea, but does that actually happen, or do we just still buy from China and pay more?
the example that I've heard is that Toyota is a Japanese company, and because of the tariffs on Toyota, they make Toyotas in America
Yeah, and they're like
to
one of
get
the
around
only
the tariffs.
only auto manufacturers that are not unionized, and they pay people less than everybody else.
Is that a bad thing?
I think so, yeah.
But isn't Toyota like the best?
No, not anymore.
I mean, yeah, it's made in America now, so yeah. It's probably the
They
best
had like
one
a
that's
bunch
only made
of
in Japan.
trans and engine recalls, like on their new trucks. So
They're
that's
made
kinda
by
GG.
like rednecks down in like Kentucky and crap. So
That's legit.
you want your stuff made by union workers in Michigan, not rednecks in Kentucky that are okay with getting paid less.
Why does everyone hate GM? I feel like people don't like GM.
People don't like GM because the government had to bail them out to keep them open in 2008.
Because like the rankings, they never rank high on any cars or anything. It's always like GM kind of sucks.
They made really
Well,
bad
I mean, look
cars
at all
for a long
the
time.
rental cars. They're all GM, pretty much. Like the market's flooded with GM cars for rentals,
Cop
and
cars.
they make a lot more cheaper vehicles, anyways. So it's more affordable, but at what cost?
GM makes a lot of cars though, right? They have like 8 brands or something.
Yeah, Cadillac,
Hummer,
Chevy,
GM itself,
GMC.
Yeah. Like, what else is there anymore? I honestly don't know.
can't even remember. There used to be Pontiac,
Right here, okay, it's
Oldsmobile used
Oh,
to be around.
Buick. Yeah,
Buick.
who drives a Buick, dude? Oh yeah,
they still make them.
Is Holden
And they're
still a thing?
affordable now too.
Oldsmobile's
No.
gone, Pontiac's gone. Saab?
That's weird.
Hummer's like only GMC. It feels like now. Or no, they make like the EV Hummers.
GM, Chevy, Cadillac.
Michigan jobs, man. Michigan job.
Michigan.
All right, that's enough. That's no more talking about the election. Okay, so do you guys ever drip after you piss?
I hate this shit. Dude,
What does that mean? Dripping.
Like after you pee, like you're wrapping up and you're done, and then a couple seconds later a little bit more comes out.
I think it's like a technique issue, right? Or a prostate issue.
Yeah, probably.
The
This
technique is like if you're at work and you're like at the urinal and you just like got it at a wrong angle, The flow's not there. It's tightened up.
my
I
method
don't know.
is, you get the pee out, and then I ring it out. So I go from base to tip, and it's like
Base to tip.
right, and it's like I ring out the urethra that I'm able to get to, and then still
You do this
I
every
have
time?
some. Oh yeah, that's part of it's part of the deal. And I mean, sometimes I'll do a stretch and squeeze, but I usually do like a full on, trying to, and then I still have some post void dribbling.
There's a good Charlotte song about this where you shake once something and you shake twice. You're playing with yourself. Or what's the what's the line? The good Charlotte song. Do you guys
I
know
think
what I'm
that's
talking
like
about?
a dad saying from back.
You
in
gotta
the
start
day.
pushing on like your lower abdomen, like to get your bladder, start pushing up.
Okay, it's shake it once, that's fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. Shake it 3 times, you're playing with yourself again. They want to be just like you. That's all.
I mean, it is an issue though, because anytime I'm at work and I'm in the bathroom, there's just hella piss on the floor. So people got this issue.
I mean, sometimes it might be water though, like when people are like washing their hands and they just
at the urinal.
Yeah,
at the urinal. No, yeah. Well, maybe it's a hard flush and it's just spraying out.
Or they just don't aim. But I mean, generally, yeah, it just seems like from where
miss?
people are standing, it's just like,
So you know how girls go to the bathroom with each other?
Yeah,
it's like a cultural thing. Do girls poop when they go to the bathroom? Like, is that like cute? Like they're in there chatting and one of them's taking a shit.
That's where
or is it only for peeing?
I feel like it's so they can talk while they're shitting or peeing.
So they don't poop though. So
right, are they shitting and talking? Because like a little pee, that's kind of cute, right? They're just peeing together, taking a log together. That's not cute.
Hey Lucy, do girls shit while talking when they go to the bathroom together? No, that's a no.
That's what we needed to know.
This is the news. We straighten that out.
Right. Peeing yes, pooping no.
Right.
Okay.
I've got a vocabulary word of the week.
Let's hear it.
It's vagitis.
The inflammation of a vagina?
No, you would think, but it's actually there's a parallel. It's the crying of a newborn baby.
Oh,
vagitis.
You got a lot of newborn vocab coming out of here.
Was there one earlier?
I don't want to talk about the other one that we did.
What is it? I don't even remember.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
It's like post-birth, the first.
Meconium.
Yeah.
One of the first episodes. All right. You guys remember Kai Cenat, right?
Oh yeah,
he's my favorite streamer.
The biggest streamer in the world.
Why?
He's the best.
Okay, so this Kodak Black, the rapper, was on Kai Cenat, clearly just on drugs.
Okay, so like 26. How much letters in the alphabet? 26. Okay then.
What?
Huh? What's the 26th letter? Z. Okay then.
Okay then. What? Why?
He's like,
why is Kai Cenat so popular? Like, to me, he just is kind of quiet and sits there while he reads chat. And he, like,
I think it's because people make really fire edits on YouTube Shorts. So I think that's kind of.
He's gotten John Cena. He's gotten Kevin Hart.
Huh.
Like, just
we should dive in. We should Google his start or something.
Have you looked this up? Have you
No, I want to though, because it's like, yeah, how does he wasn't like an OG gamer or like a competitive gamer. That's like most streamers get their start, right?
Yeah, made his first video on. He's a Facebook video guy. That's why, dude.
Yeah.
When he was
2015,
and he was only 13 in 2015. So this dude was born in like 2002.
Oh, he's a prankster.
He's been going just for pranking. A while.
Okay. Yeah, that shit was very popular. Probably still is, but.
All right, he's got a YouTube fandom wiki here. He joined in 2012, which means he was too young, because you got to be 13 to make a YouTube account, right? He would have been 10.
So his parents set him up. They got him going on this whole stardom. Okay.
Yeah, dude, my little sister lets my 10-year-old nephew stream, and I think that's messed up. Like, you can't be trying to be a gamer before you're 13.
Yeah, it's creepy.
You're not even allowed to have a Twitch account.
I mean, the video streaming part. That's
right.
different kind of.
You're not allowed to have an account, man. I don't think he was technically allowed to be on Facebook at before 13, right? Kai Cenat. But anyways, that was Kodak Black, the rapper, on Kai Cenat's stream. Another rapper story. Go ahead, whoever posted this.
Yeah, so Young Thug, I think, is getting out of prison here, and I think part of his deal is that he's got $100 of community service, but he's got, I think it's 15 years probation. Which, if you know anything about probation, it's like, I don't think alcohol.
It's 100 hours for every year for 10 years.
Yeah, it can't own a gun, but I think part of it's also 15 years probation, which I think is the
Yeah.
toughest part. He can't have any connection with any of the gang members. Yeah, let's see.
What are some Young Thug songs? I don't really know who Young Thug is. Like, I've heard the name.
I can hear it in my head, but his English isn't quite right. It's he sings songs.
Is he one of those da-na-na-na-na-na rappers?
No, he more is a sing-songer.
Like Jay Sean. Big
The
Sean.
horses don't
Big
stop. They keep going.
What?
You can lose your life if you don't keep going. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, well, good for him.
He's also got to do like 4 times a year, do some kind of like anti-gun speeches, or at his concerts, he can, somehow dribble that in there. I don't get that, but it's kind of like anti-American rights,
I mean, shouldn't
anti-gun
be anti-gun, right?
No felons get to keep having guns. But his gang was called Young Slime Life.
Yeah, I found that out a month ago or something.
YSL. Oh, here's the actual court documents. Okay, here we go. He conspiracy to violate the racketeer. Okay, it's RICO. Unlawful for a person organized with. I don't know what that one is. What's nolo contendere mean? Anybody?
No contest.
Must be. Yeah, that makes sense. That must be Latin. So he's guilty of these 5 things, which are 5 years.
Guilty.
Possession of a firearm or knife. What does backloaded mean? As in already counted for his time in.
I have no idea.
You got 2 guilty, 20-year guilties, and he's already out.
15-year probation.
I think 15-year probation's not that bad compared to having 20 years of prison time.
well, for sure. But they're setting him up to basically lose, get caught again, and then they're going to put him away. Because 15 years, I don't think, no alcohol, no weed. He can't hang out with his homies, no gang signs. I mean, this guy, he grew up on weed, alcohol, gang signs.
This is what they did
how do you just become a different person for 15 years?
That's what they did to
Gucci
Crip
Man
Mac.
did it.
They did it to Crip Mac, man. He's in prison now for having a gun because he needed it.
That's true. He can't do any Crip stuff when he comes out. I think he's even got like Crip on his forehead.
55th Street.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, I don't know. They're letting him like get out and rap again, so he gets maybe he'll make enough money to retire. That's positive.
And I read another thing where Young Thug, part of his condition was that he could still talk to Gunna, because Gunna was in, I think, the gang.
You guys
and
are so into rap. Who is Gunna?
Used to be. I mean,
Gunna's like, he's probably top 50 on Spotify. That's how out of touch you are.
Okay, all right. So he's up there with Bad Bunny.
Right, but that's a totally different lane.
Is he more or less popular than Riff Raff?
Way more popular than Riff Raff.
Is that true, dude?
By a lot. Gunna's like,
yeah.
Gunna's
He's got
like,
more features than Riff Raff on popular songs for sure.
Gunna's like new school Future. But he's almost kind of getting OG at this point. Gunna is.
Is that any rapper that's been rapping for more than 6 years?
Yeah, really. If you're still relevant after 6 years, that kind of like, let's see, or because a lot of them die. Who's it? Juice WRLD. He would have been an OG by now, but he's dead.
I feel like people aren't ODing on fentanyl anymore. You guys?
Yeah, what happened with that?
I think maybe Joe Biden shut it down.
Did he?
It hasn't happened for a couple. You haven't heard about a famous celebrity ODing on something laced with fentanyl in a while.
Maybe people are getting wise.
They used it too much to clear him out.
There's Juice WRLD and Lil Peep. Remember Lil Peep? That was like 8 years ago.
Lil Pump. I always get those two confused.
And Mac Miller.
Mac Miller, yeah, dude. And Avicii. Not a rapper, but still, that's a lot.
They took him out.
But we did just have One Direction star, I don't know.
Liam Payne. 3 people just got charged with that.
Yeah. Liam Payne, 3 charged in his death.
All right, that's pretty good, man.
Must have been providing drugs or something. Narcotics, supplying narcotics.
Were charged crimes of abandonment of a person followed by death. So like they gave him drugs and left him alone. That's the charge. They've ruled out self-harm of any kind. So a bunch of people gave him a bunch of drugs and left him to die. Well,
that is not it.
It's sad there will never be a One Direction reunion tour, but there still can be NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Well, eventually there will be a reunion tour.
You guys ever listen to 98 Degrees?
He married Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Nick Lachey. Can you give us an excerpt from a 98 Degrees song?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't really remember their songs. 98 Degrees songs. I do.
How does that one go?
I don't know, dude. It's 98. Their album was 98 and Rising. Yeah. Okay. This song. I can't play too much of it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's a wedding song. But
yeah.
I was like 10 when this was out, right? So my pop band was called 98 Degrees.
Ooh,
it's a good one. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, so Bill, you were saying that if the Crimson Chin were ever to be made into a live action version of the Fairly Odd Parents, it should be played by Jay Leno, and we discovered it was already Jay Leno.
That's crazy because they must have cast him for the chin.
Yeah, he already had a big chin.
Basic character, right?
Yeah.
Was it a live action or he was just the voice?
2001 to 2017, so he did 16 years of Crimson Chin. Chin
he literally just was the Crimson Chin.
Yeah.
He's the voice actor, yeah.
That's wild.
It's not wild at all, dude. He has a huge chin. He's Jay Leno.
Oh, they probably based the character on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. It came from him.
You guys
that was buried in my subconscious, I think. Because when I saw him, I thought he's the Crimson Chin.
You just had a brain blast, dude.
Right.
Look at he's all skinny now. Look at him. You think he's just old?
Cancer?
He's 78. Maybe it's cancer. Maybe it's Ozempic. Looking rough right there, though. Maybe he got his life back together after he caught himself on fire.
That lady looks like she's had a lot of Botox.
Holy
shit! What the fuck?
Can't see.
Her eyes are shut.
See.
It looks like wait, is there a conservatorship? What is this?
They get botulism, too much tox, dude.
Yeah.
Oof.
Man, Jay Leno.
So I learned something this week. So in the heart, there is a neural network called heart neural network sensory neurites, and it thinks independently of the brain. So like when they say that like you need to, you can't just think about your the bad things that happen to you. You need to actually let them go in your heart. Maybe there's something to it because the heart is like there's like a mini neural network and a mini brain that thinks in your heart.
I feel like this is something that the Buddhists figured out thousands of years ago.
Right, but it's been hidden from American culture because they want us to keep our traumas in so that we can't ever rise above.
You know what I did yesterday after seeing the election results? I watched the end of The Karate Kid again to feel good.
I like that's your cope mechanism.
Yeah. Then I watched the last 10 minutes of Whiplash. Where the guy's like, maybe you don't have it. And he's like, fuck you. And then he does have it. Whiplash is the movie where the guy plays jazz drums just really hard.
Yeah.
His fingers bleed.
That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. I feel like there hasn't been a good movie in the last 5 years.
Dune. Yeah. Right? Dune,
yeah, sure.
Dune wasn't good.
Dune 2.
Dune is good, but there's no surprises in Dune. It's like an adaptation from a book. It's not an original thing. Like when you see Interstellar, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Interstellar.
You didn't watch Dune though, man.
I watched both Dunes. You watched them at my house.
You didn't watch the old ones? Did you spoil it with the old ones?
No, I never watched the old ones. But I knew the lore.
You didn't
and
know.
Ian spoiled a lot of it. Spoiled out because I think he read some of the books.
So. Yeah, the books are wild. I read the first one, and after that, I said, I don't know if I want to read another.
And how do these heart networks work, huh?
I think it's just like they affectionately called it the little brain of the heart. So it's very similar to in your brain how there's pathways where it sends there sends impulses and there's different like amino acids. I think that's right. Like dopamine, and then there's receptors. It's the same kind of thing where like your skin, there's nerve endings. So, but that's not a neural network.
Are there
in your
nerves in
heart.
your heart?
Well, there's nerves. It's not the same thing as a neural network. There's nerve endings that'll accept and send back to the neural
You're
network.
saying the heart has its own neural
PNS.
network within your neural network.
Well, your neural network's in your brain, and then your heart has its own neural network. It's like a mini brain in your heart.
Okay.
You can. That's why it's like you can think with your heart.
Can you, or is that just like metaphorical?
It's science, man. It's real. There's neural networks in your heart. Right there. It says they've mapped the neural network of the heart.
That doesn't mean that you can think with your heart. That means they map like the
You
architecture.
just got to follow your heart.
Follow your heart, dude. The vagus nerve.
I mean, your tummy gets you, feeling some kind of way. So
Right.
maybe sometimes you think with your stomach. You get upset when you're too hungry. You're hangry,
That's caused by like having low blood sugar, isn't it?
You get depressed because your tummy.
I thought that was because you had low or high blood sugar.
Your bacteria say, "Oh hell no."
Bad gut. Yeah, apparently if you got bad gut bacteria, your farts are much worse.
Ooh. Scroll down just a little bit in this one. The next headline, let's read that. The map demonstrates that the local control of the heart is much more nuanced than we've been able to appreciate. Tracing the connections between the heart and the brain. Imagine you are walking through the woods and you come across a grizzly bear. Your heart begins to race. You feel afraid and you run. This concept suggests that the physical reaction, a racing heart, drives the emotional experience, fear.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says, but they're proving a point.
We're getting a little too Joe Rogan here, where everything's like mind blowing. If you just like you read a scientific sentence. Well, that's crazy.
That's true.
Yeah. Your heart does beat when you are afraid. Yes.
Beats
I'll do more
faster.
research.
Dude, I need to talk to my doctor about the fecal transplant thing to get me right. See what they have to say.
Did I ever show that
Did you ever
episode of
prescribe
SVU?
that to someone?
Was it SVU where the brothers have to get their poop swapped?
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just googled SVU poop swap. Didn't get it.
Well, that was something
That's
weird.
different.
I got Lyndon McMahon, still part of the Trumps. Okay. What else we got here? Quitting your
Here,
job.
I got one real quick.
Yeah.
So I did Sober October, and then the day after Sober October, I drank. It was not good. And then the day after that, I drank again, and I had 6 Busch Lights, the 16ers. Dude, when I woke up, I like shit my pants. I pissed out my ass, dude. I haven't drank since.
Oh, you're doing
you just
sober
leaving the beers
November,
there
dude.
for the smell.
Yeah, I've kind of carried my soberism a bit.
What'd you have the first night?
Oh, it's these the citrus wheat from Bell's. They're kind of like
You just said you haven't drank since. You're drinking right now?
No, these are the ones that I drank. They're just sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
This was
You like Bell's ever since they became Australian?
No, these ones made me like want to kill myself.
It's not what you want, man.
No, so that wasn't cool.
Do you want to elaborate on why that happened?
Yeah.
That's extreme, dude. Holy shit.
So, have you guys ever heard of the term anhedonia?
No.
Is that how you say that?
It's the inability to feel pleasure. And a lot of times it happens, especially when. So I've been blasting my brain with fake dopamine by using substances for a long period of time.
Just watch the end of the Karate Kid.
That only works like for a minute. So I had this elevated expectation of dopamine, and so through Sober October, I was down-regulated the amount of dopamine my brain was getting, and so it makes you sad. And so I was kind of got to the state where I was basically not interested in anything and was feeling nothing. And then I had 2 beers and I had a smile, and then I kept drinking beers and it just went dark and I put myself to bed.
Jesus,
Because
dude.
it like it was, my brain chemicals are
The next
all...
time you're feeling nothing, dude, just watch the scene of The Dark Knight where Batman's on the motorcycle.
I don't know that one.
It just sounds cool, dude. It's just the sound they use is like a jet engine that like doesn't go up or down. It's just a consistent jet engine sound. It sounds pretty cool.
The movie Magic.
You've really never seen the scene when he's chasing down
I watched The Dark Knight in theaters in 2008, and I haven't seen
I
it
remember
since.
watching it with my cousin, and my cousin was on edibles, and he said when he was watching The Dark Knight, he got so scared he wanted to leave and kept like signaling to me. He's like, "Dan, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. I gotta get out of here."
that sound right there. It just keeps going up.
Sounds like a pod racer.
Yeah, they need to bring back pod racing. Just its own movie, a whole pod racing movie.
Dude, I'm surprised they haven't done that on Disney Plus yet. A movie that's based it's on Tatooine, where it's just about pod racing. Like maybe 20 years, you learn how that little blue guy got his job, and maybe it ends with Anakin being born or something. This is probably someone
blue
repitched
guy,
this.
dude.
The blue guy that they bought Anakin from.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the names of the. He's
right.
He's like a blue with like an elephant nose.
He's got the fly and he's flying around.
Pretty clearly based off a Jewish person.
Whoa.
Blue guy Star Wars. No, not that one. Slave Master.
He's right there. Watto.
Watto.
Oh, he looks sweet.
Okay. Looks sweet.
He's like an aardvark.
That right there. That's a little guy. What's his name?
It's a little guy.
Oh, he's a little person.
It's Warwick Davis.
Oh, literally. Oh.
What? Yeah, he's like half the goblins in Harry Potter. He's the Ewoks too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is midget a slur?
A person of short stature.
Yes. It's
a pejorative.
It's a pejorative. Okay. The term comes from the word midge, a small biting insect that's been used to describe people or animals with proportionate dwarfism. It's not a medical term like dwarf, which refers to a person with dwarfism. Okay.
Dwarf.
So it's like calling them a little bug.
Dwarf derogatory?
I don't think so.
A dwarf? Yeah, I think
it's more offensive to say little person.
Isn't that what they like?
Yeah,
though?
it's kind of fucked up.
I don't know. Is it?
Look at that
picture.
picture.
They tried to psyop people by having those little people TV shows.
They tried to convince us that people wanted to be called Latinx. Look how that turned
Latinx.
Nobody wanted that. Okay.
What do you guys think about certain people of the black community saying that they're American, not African American?
You're talking about Raven Simone.
She was one of them, but
I totally understand it, dude. Like I think of myself as American before half white, half Asian American.
Right.
Yeah, why not?
I thought that was a really interesting thing to... I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, it's like you're segmenting yourself away from the general population right out the gate. Like, you're segregating, you're self-segregating.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm a white American.
It's like people got mad.
Doesn't go over well.
It's people got mad at Raven Simone for not doing identity politics.
Right.
Yeah.
She didn't say I'm a black lesbian American first. Is that what you want her to say? Oh man. No.
Is she a lesbian?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she?
Yes, man.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Is that hair real?
Probably not, dude. She was on. Oh, yeah, she was on the Cosby Show. Huh.
Yeah, she was like the kid, right?
Yeah. Well, near the end. She's in Dr. Dolittle. She was Xenon's best friend and Xenon Girl of the 21st Century.
I never watched any of those.
It was.
I knew she was in That's So Raven, right?
Right.
She's Raven.
She's
That's
the
the
psychic.
one I got.
I never watched That's So Raven.
It was like the Lizzie McGuire one where they just talk to themselves, right?
She would always has a vision, and she'd go, and then that's how the episode would end, or something every time.
That's Raven's wife.
Ooh,
My wife.
Look
my
at
wife.
Raven's. So
She's Bush.
Yes.
Is that a slur?
I saw a butch lesbian woman on TikTok or no, Instagram Reels or some shit call herself a stud. So I think the word is stud.
Oh, but okay, I like that.
But it's like when those terms get abused and used too much, they want to get a new term because then it becomes derogatory because people make fun of it.
I never asked my sister, but I think she'd consider herself that, right?
You stud or butch?
What's this? I don't know. I'll ask.
You don't usually see two butches together, right? It's usually kind of a femme one and a...
Yeah.
That would be a rough dynamic, maybe.
Man, there's a lot of these, because like being gay and lesbian, they've taken it too far. The whole community has taken it way too far. Where I feel like the OGs, the gays and the lesbians, they're like they don't even want to be associated with it anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
like the whole group.
True.
They keep adding like what people with autism or LGBT now. That's like what we're saying.
We're getting close to doing the J.K. Rowling take though by saying that.
What was her take?
That trans women aren't women.
Oof.
Trans women are taking rights from biological women. Which was the winning message in the last election. So
J.K. Rowling had her last 2 books ghostwritten for the Harry Potter series.
Is that true? The Cursed Child?
Like, trying to read it, it reads a lot different.
Are you talking about the?
I was like
the
trying to read
book?
them, but
You talking about the 7th book, or you talking about the book that's the play?
I don't know, the last 2 of like the actual series.
Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince. What's the?
It was a while ago when I read it, but I was like, man, this seems.
I thought they were the same, dude. I listened to them on audiobook at like 1.5 speed.
Hermione.
Hermione, dude. I recently bought the Warcraft book, the Play Nice. So I need to use my my credits.
That's an interesting name.
Well, it's called. This is what it's called. The Rise and Fall of Blizzard. I'm so far. I'm at around 2003.
Oh,
We're talking about the launch of Warcraft 3.
I thought it was like the lore book for World of Warcraft, and they called it Play Nice.
No.
Yeah.
I have like the Arthas one though. The lore books. I have like the Arthas one, the Jaina one, and the Illidan one, and the Thrall one. Those are like the main characters of Warcraft, basically. So, you guys reading anything right now other than 1930s philosophy?
Yeah, I got past that. Those books are really crazy. Yeah, I don't even want to get into it. But now I'm reading fantasy. Jack Vance.
It's Jack Vance.
That's good.
This guy.
It's a good read. He made a lot of books.
Oh, that's why your name is Cuggle.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to figure out what that meant or where it was from.
Yeah, I usually just steal names from books that no one usually can recognize.
Part of the Dying Earth series?
Is good. That's a good series to read.
Well, what's Cuggle from? Cuggle's Saga? Who's Cuggle?
Yeah,
is it Cuggle or
it's part
Cudgel?
of Dying Earth.
Is it Cuggle or Cudgel?
Your own interpretation.
Well, Cudgel, like the club, is with a D. DG.
Yeah.
I have no
Google.
idea. Google? Is it Google? This is like Hermione, dude, and Neville Longbottom.
But that book, the Dying Earth series, it's like pretty damn funny for like a fantasy book. The character keeps getting in a similar situation where he signs up for something, and then it just turns into him getting like entrapped into doing shit he doesn't want to have to do. So then he makes some pretty rash decisions, but pretty good. I recommend it.
Wait, it says it was published in '83. It's the 3rd book of the Dying Arts. Wait, okay, so it's not a saga of it's not its own story. It's part of the Dying Earth series.
Right.
Okay. There's 4 of them. Why did he go 16 years between the first and second, and then 17 years between? Or yeah. That's a big gap.
Projects in between, and then wanted to continue the story after writing other stuff. Who knows?
You guys know that Tolkien didn't even start Lord of the Rings until he was almost 40.
Yeah.
So that means he didn't come up with those
ham.
those Elvish language. Maybe he was just building up all the Elvish lore ahead of time. Yeah.
Do you think these writers, when they're writing steamy scenes, they get aroused?
Need to ask Ed how this works.
Yeah,
that's true.
You become aroused. Okay. I was thinking about something. You guys hear the phrase "thought leader"?
No.
Right.
So no, Dan. Joe Rogan's a thought leader. I would consider my thought
OnlyFans leader.
It's essentially the person you choose to follow the ideas of.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I like Hank Green, but who do you guys got? Who you big fans of?
Eckhart Tolle.
What is that?
He's a guy.
German teacher. German spiritual enlightenment. Awakening Your Purpose. Guardians of Being. Featured by Oprah.
That's some philosophy shit.
Cool. All right. Dan?
JC.
Jesus
oh!
the Christ. What up? JC, dude.
Good answer.
Yeah.
JC.
Had to prove my devout Christianity beliefs.
What about what's it? Don Jr.
Oh,
stop with the Don Jr. Dude, John Jr. He's just doing this stuff now. And it's so obvious.
He's so funny.
It's so obvious he's just copy pasting his dad.
Can we get a Don Jr. GIF up?
What?
I just want to get a Don Jr. GIF. Look at his beard.
He's a little salt pepper guy. Got a mullet now. Look at that. They need more mullets in the White House, dude.
Well, they got Theo Von. You guys see who they shouted out?
Theo.
Yeah, they shouted out Joe Rogan, Theo Von, Aiden Ross.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's
the Nelk
boys. Gave me a cyber check.
They shouted out the Nelk boys.
They had a big push, right?
But
I got a text.
All
the
from
the Nelk boys.
Essentially, all the alt-right podcast guys got shout outs.
That kind of sucked.
But that's what won the election, man.
That's true.
Gen Z dudes
got him out to vote.
Yeah, Elon.
It's honestly YouTube Shorts.
No, it's
Don't
not.
you think? YouTube Shorts?
No, you get all this stuff on TikTok as well. My YouTube Shorts is mostly just pages I subscribe to already.
Oh, okay. I don't really do any subscribes.
Well, then it's full algorithm, and you just get the breastfeeding videos.
YouTube doesn't give me those.
Not anymore, huh? Not anymore.
No, that was TikTok. My TikTok when I had years ago, TikTok had the breastfeeds.
Yeah. We lost a big member of the music community. Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones was involved in he was on what was that old-timey show? All right, I'm blanking. I'm retarded.
I don't know.
Oh, right there. Oh, all right. Oh, Ed Sullivan.
Okay.
So that was like the Beatles were broken on in America. They were on Ed Sullivan.
But he produced Thriller and Bad. He was the band leader for Frank Sinatra. He was the father of Rashida Jones, from Parks and Rec.
Are her bangs too long? It looks like they would stab her eyes.
This picture's from 2017, man. I don't know. They would stab her eyes
Doesn't it look that way?
Zooey Deschanel. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. They're like the same one.
They're like the same one.
I feel like I like Rashida Jones more than Zooey Deschanel.
I thought Quincy was a diddler. No?
No.
Is that slander? Did I just make slander?
Dude, you can't call everyone a diddler, dude.
Dude, Control F sex on his wiki.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Sexual relationships with Marlon Brando.
Oh shit.
So he was gay.
Claim,
Marvin Gaye,
no.
Richard Pryor?
You're misreading this. Jones claimed to have
Oh.
knowledge of the truth of the Kennedy assassination, stating his belief that mobster Sam Giancana was responsible, as well as outing the relationships between Marlon Brando had with James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, and Marvin Gaye. Okay, wait.
Marlon Brando
This
was with Richard Pryor?
Apparently, this is what Quincy Jones said.
Are those all three? Are those three black dudes?
It says that Ray Charles introduced him to heroin at 15 years old.
Holy shit!
Yikes.
I believe Wiki.
Yeah. James
don't know
Baldwin
why I
was
was
a big deal. Big deal. Good essays.
Is he? Who's that?
Oh, classic.
Can't explain to you who this guy was.
DeWitt Clinton High School.
Who cares what high school he went to? He was he was a big civil rights movement guy, dude.
Oh, I didn't know Marlon Brando was into black guys.
Marlon
Like
Brando was like rank 1 left-wing actor.
Like gay?
Probably secretly. Oh, just dude,
Left wing actor,
like yeah.
not gay.
He had 11 kids.
Yeah. So what? Okay, when
He
you
likes
get
sex.
rich enough, you start being Diddy.
That's true.
He gave up his Oscar to an Indian lady.
Right.
Did used his fame.
Based.
Yeah. I mean, have you guys ever see On the Waterfront?
Do Native Americans vote?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm pretty. I just watched the Channel 5 thing on it. There was like a lease of some land in Nevada or
Do
Arizona.
they vote in casinos?
Yeah, where's the
Or-
voting precinct?
No,
On the
there's like a river
Can they
in
leave
the
the
west
land?
that is like contaminated with like uranium or something, and they're trying to clean it up.
Which candidate is pro Native American?
Single issue broken.
Just- I don't know, man. Trump loves all of America.
How do you clean up uranium, dude? That sounds cool.
Yeah,
I think you bury it.
Yeah.
that's what they do. They do that in
You got burial grounds for toxic waste and bodies.
like Denmark or something. They buried everything way below the water under some
We
lake.
take it to the North Pole and we dump it.
It's got to go somewhere, dude. But this is some crazy stuff. Anyways, Quincy Jones, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I don't think you're ever going to find any sort of musician that existed before 1980 that didn't do something crazy. Okay. So,
Don't try to justify it.
it's not like he adopted a 14-year-old or whatever, like the guy in Aerosmith did.
Adopted him?
You know the Aerosmith guy story?
He stole a child. Hey, my name's Steve Tyler. Hey, I'm Steve Tyler.
Steve, oh god, what a rough-looking dude. Oof.
Yeah, he's weird looking. He's got like a bong in his ear.
But you got to remember, without him, there'd be no Arwen. Lord of the Rings wouldn't have been the same.
I mean, all she did was stand there. They could have done that with AI.
Just stand there. She saved Frodo's life after he got stabbed with the Morgul blade.
Yeah, but that
she
you
did
could
go. She turned crazy bitch real quick, and then said, "Oh no, that was the other lady."
Oh, Lily. What's her name from Lost? You could put her in
Evangeline
for-
Lilly. She's the
Yeah.
crazy one. Yeah.
You make Evangeline Lilly. You put her in for Arwen.
They
get
did
rid of
put her
Steven
in.
Tyler.
She's in the Hobbit movies.
Oh, okay. Well,
as an elf
guess
that
that's the
didn't
thing.
exist in the book. Yeah, they already did that, dude.
Yeah.
oh, so I knew how to cast it.
There you go, dude. Yeah, you're
Or
right.
maybe it was in my subconscious.
They made her like Legolas's girlfriend in the movie.
Can we get a picture of Evangeline Lilly up?
I need to start watching Lost again just to get that out of my system.
I know. Not as an elf though. Can we get her as a human?
Evangeline. Ugh. Okay.
Not that one.
Wrong one.
You're gonna this back then.
Yeah, her and Lost.
Not anymore, but God. Yeah, she's the Wasp though in the Marvel. I haven't seen. Wait, no,
She's
I watched.
a wasp.
She's the Wasp.
Can we pull up a picture of Jessica Chastain?
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I just want to look at Jessica Chastain for a second.
We've done this before because it's.
I know.
We've absolutely done this before.
I was thinking about
Who
her
the hell is
just now.
that?
She
She's
was-
the
Oh,
lady
no,
in
I've seen that
Interstellar.
I never
She's
watched
also
that. I need to
what's
watch that.
the Sicario?
No, that's Jim from The Office's wife. Emily Blunt. Sicario is a pretty good movie.
Isn't there?
Goes in and shoots him at the end. That's pretty good.
There's one about the border that Jessica Chastain's in.
Zero Dark 30.
Ooh, that might be it.
Yes, it's not about the border at all.
Oh, that's not it.
But
Oh, maybe that is it. Yeah.
It's a Middle East movie. It's got Chris Pratt. I've never seen this. But it's the greatest manhunt in history. People say that Chris Pratt is the worst of the Chris's. In the Marvel, in the Marvel movies, there's Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth is the worst.
Why is Hemsworth the worst?
Because he dated Miley Cyrus and
no, Liam, that's his brother.
Oh, Chris Hemsworth.
He
Thor. Looks like a dork.
Chris Hemsworth is Thor, dude.
Yeah, he's handsome. Never mind.
Oh, and Chris Pine. But he's not.
Man,
in the Marvel
honestly,
movies.
they're all good.
I like Chris Pine. He's. Did you guys watch that D&D movie? It was pretty good. I've been playing the crap out of Baldur's. Okay, we didn't talk about that new game, Dragon Age Veilguard. You guys hear about this game?
Yes.
Someone's
can't 100% it unless you're trans.
Yeah, someone's major complaint is that they couldn't make their female character not look like a man. Like, they're all like stocky dwarf-looking characters.
It's fiction. You can't play a fiction game and wish it wasn't. It was non-fiction. Come on.
What?
That looks like a girl.
Point of the story was the game kind of bombed on Steam, and like all the reviews used the same exact phrase, BioWare has returned to form, as if they told all the reviewers to say it. Like almost every one of the reviews. But it's like, that's crazy that they would even tell them to use the phrase, because when they use the same exact phrase, it looks like all the reviews are bought. But the game was like peaking at like 60, 70,000 players, and what I was talking about is I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 again, which came out last year.
Yeah.
And it has more concurrent players right now than this new game that came out a couple weeks ago.
Because when it gets a bad rap, no one wants to actually go in on it. You know,
I think they're both they're both based off of Dungeons and Dragons, though, right? Isn't Dragon Age? I tried playing Dragon Age Origins and the other one back in the day, and it just was so shitty that I couldn't get into it.
One's like rolled, they're like turn-based. The other one's like hack slash, right? I don't know.
This one's hack slash, but like Baldur's Gate's turn-based, and it's great.
Yeah.
I'm on my 5th playthrough.
Everything you said you wouldn't play it until next year, and here you are.
I wanted
stay away.
I wanted to do the Dark Urge playthrough. I played as Astarion, I played as Karlach, I made my own paladin, and right now I'm playing as the Dark Urge Ranger. So it's pretty good. Pretty good game.
Got a real Dark Urge.
Well, it's like you're supposed to be like the son of Baal, you know, it's the same Baal Baal guy they use in Diablo. Brother of the devil.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Jesus Christ, Bill. You never played Diablo at all, Bill?
Dude, did you hear that Elon is top 20?
Yes, I did. My brother blocked
Diablo?
Listen, my brother blocked me for a couple hours because I was ashamed that he told me that he thought that Elon was better at Diablo than he is.
Explain how it's possible that Elon is top 20 in the world.
He had like a 19th place time in like a rift. Like they're like dungeons you just set the difficulty of and you just kill as fast as you can. But there's like no doubt in my mind this guy is just paying to win, you know?
Yeah, he could have other people on his account farming whatever, and then he can, just say I did it.
Which is not uncommon. Not uncommon at all.
Can he write a script to do it?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't bot. You can't be botting.
Oh, it's a real person that did it.
You pay someone to play all day for you to grind shit, and then you get on because he streamed himself playing, and you see him playing. He's not even good.
Oh, so it's kind of
he's not min-maxing. He's just cash.
So it's not totally true. His account is number 19 or whatever.
He got like a 19th place rift time, but like there's no way that he did it all himself.
Yeah, it seemed fake.
This guy's a CEO of like 3 companies.
Right.
Prioritize gaming. Sweet.
Got it. Yeah, dude. Game
Gotta
in
blow
and
off steam, game more than I work.
we gotta go to Mars, dude, for something. There's gotta be a reason. It's not just deleting money.
There's like minerals up there we don't know about yet that would help us. It's good for America.
Did you guys see that they found more water like under the ocean? That's more water than the ocean.
Yeah.
On Earth?
Yeah, on Earth. That
In
like
Earth.
How do
yeah,
you,
in
how
Earth.
do you get
there's-
it?
I don't know. And is it salty? Is what I want to know.
If you
And
pull
are
if you
there-
pull it out, does the regular water go down into there to displace? You know?
It probably would, right?
It sucks all the fresh water out.
So you make like a long enough straw, you can suck the fresh water from under the salt water. But wouldn't that make the
It's
salt
like
water
there's a plug
saltier?
in the bottom of the ocean, and then they take the plug out, and it all goes in there.
How hot is this water though?
There's a lot of questions here. Like I want to know
Magma
who's
core
living
is a
down there.
theory. You know,
What?
the Earth
God
is
damn.
concave. It's not round or flat. It's concave Earth, actually.
Giant freshwater
This is what you're talking about,
deposits
isn't
hiding
it?
under the sea. I thought this was a recent story.
No, it's from last year. Cool.
Yeah.
Aquifers.
Okay, topic from Ian. How do you quit your job without crying? He only has one more week at the news.
Oh
What
shit!
do you mean? What
He's
happened?
ramping up.
He quit. He got a new
He's
job.
quitting too? Oh, he got a new
Didn't quit
job?
yet.
He's got 1 week.
You're
left.
supposed to just leave without saying anything to anybody, because
That's what I did.
why would you? Because otherwise it'd be like, before you go, could you please do this shit and set us up for your replacement? It's like,
Oh,
fuck
absolutely.
you,
Yeah.
wow.
So please train your replacement.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah.
without
I mean, you
crying?
get those relationships with people. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
If it's dude, it's the only job he ever had. Just like me, dude. Like, well,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hate because it's all you know, but then afterwards you'll be like, oh, fuck.
I think he's
You'll be
gonna
glad
fine.
that you
Yeah,
moved.
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna be fine. He hasn't hasn't met anybody new at work in a long time, right? Same people forever.
Yeah, new job is pretty sweet. The new guy, you can just chill out. And that's pretty
True.
sweet. Because
You
you
got,
want to
like-
go too hard. If you go too hard and prove how much shit you can do, they're going to be like, wow, he can handle a lot. Stack them up. You want to be chilled out.
That's
Take
good
it
advice.
slow. Enjoy it. Be
I
the
got-
new guy.
I got
Be the
a
new guy.
lead on a job, but it's in Lansing. I don't know.
Oh, you're moving to Lansing.
See, I don't want to move to Lansing, but I kind of should. You know,
No, driving in 2 hours a day,
I know it's a lot.
that's not possible.
It's like maintaining like laptops for like accountants at an accounting firm in Lansing, which seems
That sounds
super.
easy.
You have
easy.
to be in there.
Yeah, you have to be there in person.
You live with your bro, right?
And it's
You guys
Oh,
can get
God.
a spot, get the commune going. The family.
that is Courtney's end goal is to buy a bunch of land and have a bunch of houses on it.
It's like everyone. Yeah, everyone wants that.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
I don't know. I'm also trying to get a job in Grand Rapids. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
it's been
Yeah.
a month now, and I'm very bored.
Are you?
Yeah, man. I need structure.
Is your mower ready for winter?
Have you winterized it yet?
I have not mowed. I
It's
do.
not.
I need a
Fall
rake.
cleanup's not finished
I
yet.
need a
but-
rake, man. There's so many leaves.
You haven't raked it all yet?
Oh, it's been raining. I'm not raking while it's wet.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not really done falling either. So it's like if I rake, I'm just gonna have to rake again in 2 days.
Do they come through with the sucker and suck the leaves?
No,
You have to
Do you
bag
have-
the leaves?
Do you have a shop vac?
I'm gonna leave
You-
all the leaves in the yard.
Whoa.
I don't give a
Protest.
I don't give a shit.
In
yeah,
the back?
Everywhere.
my parents' neighbor, they always take the shop vac and they just suck up leaves. He's just puffing on a big cigar, sucking up leaves all day.
Maybe that I have. I can do that.
That's so sweet. No one does that shit but him.
There's like a
He sits
weekend.
out there for like hours and gets like 10
a
feet
shop
worth
vac.
of leaves. He gets like only 10 feet worth.
You can't
And
really
he's
sit
like,
a
"I'm
lot in
done."
there.
Yeah.
I
It's
just want to get
very
it out of the
efficient.
driveway, because it's get it off the porch. I don't care if it's in the yard. That's nutrients for the yard or whatever. Yeah, I'll
I have
probably mow it.
there's an old lady neighbor because I work from home, so I kind of like will look out the front window, see what's going on, and I have an older lady neighbor that was using a push broom to broom her lawn of leaves,
By
and I watched
pushing
her
it,
for a
not
couple
pulling it.
days. It bothered the shit out of me, so I went out there with a rake and raked them for her because I'm
Oh,
like, I
Yeah.
can't watch you because you can't broom leaves off of the grass. It just doesn't work. And so I was watching her just like not have it work, and
You
can
need the
tell.
right tools for the job. The right tools make all the difference.
yeah.
I was thinking
Efficient.
about actually going to my neighbor's house and introducing myself.
Ooh, there we
Damn,
go.
you
They
get
moved
some
in like
baked
6
goods.
months ago, though. You know, it's like it's so
You gotta bring
like,
them a pie.
like it's just man, need some community.
Mow their
Yeah,
lawn for 'em, dude.
That's
All these alt right boys got their Aiden Ross community, but what do you center people have on the internet, huh?
Put a 0.5 on the left.
Yeah, what is a 4.5 out of 10 on the 1 to? I don't know, man. Can't think of anybody.
You
everyone
gotta
hates
bring
you.
something over there, though, man. You can't go empty-handed. Just convo. You gotta bring some.
Yep.
Share a meal maybe.
I don't
Get
want to
'em,
hang out with them. I just want
Go to a bakery and dump them some donuts or something. Be like, what's up? Here you go.
Just want to know their name, and
Mm.
maybe exchange contact info in case there's an emergency.
I need to shake your hand. Let me shake your hand.
Like I know the neighbor on the other side's name, and I have their number because like they had to get in my backyard once to cut a tree down that was like in their yard.
Mm.
So,
You think they're scared of you like you were of them initially?
no,
I don't know if you're scared. I'm just saying.
I don't interact with my neighbors at all. There's no reason. My dog barks at them though.
I'm sure they love that.
I got the bark collar on her, dude. Just zapping the crap out of her for it. But
Does it work?
it works like too well to where like I feel bad. 'Cause she'll go silent. For
Oh my god!
She'll go silent for a couple of days.
Did you ever try it on yourself?
It just vibrates. So I don't think it actually zaps. It's like
So you didn't try it on yourself.
I've held it and like yelled it. I've held it and yelled into the thing and like felt the it's like they're like two little rubber I don't know, pokies. It's not that.
That seems like electric, bro. Charge jumping from one end to the other.
It only works for a couple days, and then she starts barking at every single thing she sees again. So every single time the neighbors get home, she barks at them.
No.
It's a lot.
How do people? Okay, let's say there's people out there that have like 4 or 5 huskies, and you see them, dude. Who's cleaning up all that shit? Like you take those things for a walk.
Who do
you
you
got
know
like
that has
8
5
shit
huskies?
bags.
They don't
And like you're scooping shit like every 10 feet, dude. I don't know.
You got to assume they're not taking care of it, and it's all in their backyard.
Oh,
I have a little pooper scooper, and every now and then I pick up all the poop and I throw it in the fire pit.
But then the dogs will like trample in it and then drag that in the house. Not a good look. It's rough in the fall though, because it's all under the leaves and you don't know. Then you find out when it's too late.
Mow it down.
Or you slip. I've slipped on shit before.
Ugh.
Not cool.
yeah, dog poop's weird.
Poop's weird.
Like it's just every day there's shit in your yard.
You ever have
Man.
your cats though get stuff to their butt and then they drop it off somewhere else, man?
Yeah, you
Not
get a
really.
little landmines sometimes.
My aunt was telling me
long-haired
that
cat.
her 2 cats won't stop peeing inside her house. She had to get her floor replaced, and I'm like, oh, maybe you need another litter box. And she says she has 4 litter boxes for 2 cats.
Might be the litter that they don't like, or they have
could be.
issues otherwise.
That stinks.
It
Stress
literally
piss.
stinks. Yeah.
Stress shit.
Another thing with Boots, if I could give her the collar, she doesn't make any sound, so she like doesn't tell me she has to go outside. So she'll like fucking shit near the door.
She doesn't want to get zapped, so she just.
Oh no!
I only do it like maybe 2 days in a row of wearing the collar.
Just turn it down.
You turn it down, does nothing. She doesn't care about it. She'll just bark through it. It's got to be at like between 5 and 7 out of 7 for it to matter. So that's the way she goes.
Training a dog.
All right, this has been episode
29.
Right? Of the Drag and Drop podcast.
That it has.
We have entered a new America, and it's okay to call people retards again. So we're back to
Happy
that.
Retard Day.
Retard X.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. We skipped last week because of Halloween. We're not going to skip any other weeks ever again. So
Never.
That's right.
Never again.
I can't afford to.
I can't afford to.
It's another pod. I don't know if I can live with myself after that.
All right. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Dragon Drop Podcast.